So we could ask the question, why does a doctor get paid so much more than a gardener? And if you ask non-economists for the answer to that question, you always get the same answer. It always goes something like this. Well, people value a doctor's services. A doctor could save your life. Without him, you might die. You're willing to pay a great deal for a doctor. That's why he gets a relatively high income. It's nice having a gardener, saving you to trim the bushes and cut the grass, but it's hardly in the same league as saving your life. So people are willing to pay the gardener less, so the gardener gets paid less. That is almost a universal answer amongst non-economists, and it is wrong. The idea is to see that it's no explanation for the distribution, the uneven distribution of income at all. Why not? Well, imagine for a moment living in a world where it's incredibly easy to move from one kind of job to another. Now, I know the world isn't like that, but just give me for a minute a world where it's really easy. I've been a teacher now for years. I'm bored. I think I'll be a lawyer. I've been a doctor for years. I'm fed up with doing that. I think I'll be a policeman. Just imagine it was very easy to move from one kind of occupation to another. Here are these gardeners earning very little, and these doctors earning a lot. The gardeners say, I'm fed up with this. I think I'd rather earn more money. I'll go and be a doctor. The supply of gardeners falls, and their wage rate begins to rise. The supply of doctors increases. And just like the supply of tomatoes increasing depresses the price of tomatoes, so increasing the supply of doctors depresses the price of doctor services, the wage rate. And the wage rates of doctors begin to fall. And the process goes on until everybody is earning pretty much the same wage rate. The fact that people value doctor services more simply means that we have more doctors and fewer gardeners. It doesn't explain differences in the wage rate. So when you ask, why is the wage rate different? The essence is to see it's in the immobility of labour. It's in the things which make it difficult for people to transfer from one kind of occupation to another. But in a market society, a significant part of immobility comes because of the power of people to prevent mobility. Again, I'm not sure about here, but in the UK, you take the accounting profession, and the accounting profession has conned the government that they're so concerned for high standards that you can only be an accountant if you've passed the exams of the professional accounting bodies. And they fail half the people that take the exams. And you ask the accountants why, and they say, got to keep standards up, you know. It's got nothing to do with keeping standards up. It's reducing the supply of labour, because if you reduce the supply of labour, the wage rate is higher. It's a deliberate attempt to create immobility of labour. And that's not just true of accountants, it's true of lawyers as well. These are imperfections in the market system which prevent mobilities and help to maintain these high kinds of numbers of immobility of labour.